I love this question. In fact, I think there's an area where the industry is missing out on, and I'm sure there's good reasons why. But when you think about traditional properties now competing with alternative properties, because that customer's needs are fluid as they progress in their travel journey, right? One day they might need a business hotel and they want the amenities of a classic traditional hotel. Another day they might be bringing their family and they want that common space or that kitchenette in a vacation rental type property, right? And when you think of traditional hotel revenue management, max occupancy is 4 in any given hotel room, which means that if you have 3 children and one of your children is an infant child, you're now thinking about how do you split up that family across 2 different rooms that may or may not be conjoining, that may or may not be on the same floor. You may be bringing a grandparent or a mother-in-law and not have the privacy or the ability to use one room, and now you're suddenly paying for double the cost with additional rooms. So my recommendation is that hoteliers need to think about rate plans and rate types that provide discounts on multi-room bookings.
What we're seeing in particular is that hotels have, for the past 10, 15 years, optimized the way they present their inventory for distribution. What that meant is providing simple choices to the consumer. When you think of room categories, for example, in the past we were dealing with 30, 40, 50 room categories. You cannot present that to a consumer and expect them to make a choice. They will simply drop off. And that is well known. It's the so-called false choice paradox. So to counteract that, Marriott, for example, has a strict limit of how many categories you're allowed to have. The reverse side of this, and this is what we're beginning to see now or beginning to understand, is that consumers do not really get what they asked for. I think that as much as the hotel business really needs to move towards allowing the customer to not only pick individual features and options or attributes, if you will, that they want. These have to be inventory controlled, so you can only offer what you can actually deliver. But the big opportunity is, of course, to also price at that level. And finally, reach that ultimate state, if you will, the Shangri-La of revenue management, which is to yield to the individual room and at the same time yield to the individual customer. So in a way, price by attributes as well.